So just a disclaimer here. I'm just going to say, if you decide to do something like this, mine's a complete hack job. I already know that, but it sounds absolutely amazing. It shakes the glasses in the cabinets. It's way too much for the wife to handle. It's crazy. That's definitely not even what she said at this point. Sounds great, but if you're going to do this, get on Marketplace, get some secondhand subs, get secondhand amp, get you in like an old computer from the mid 2000s, yank the power supply out of it. You probably already got two sitting in the basement that are shitty, but the power supplies are still good. Obviously, hiring an audio-visual company to come in and do it for you is really the way to go. But if you don't have the money and you actually want to appreciate and enjoy something that you did yourself, this is pretty easy to do, honestly. So let me have it. All right, let me show you some of the madness we got going on over here. Obviously, you have your TV. Got it pulled away from the wall here. Still got my tools out. Don't worry about the wires. I still have to go through all this stuff. Still have my tools out, for Christ's sakes. Anyway, so basically what you do, you buy your cheap sound bar. It's like here's the subwoofer. You'll notice I have a wire coming out of that. I've disconnected the subwoofer in the box, and I've ran the wire that used to go to the sub out of the box. Don't worry about this. It's getting all redone in a minute. Don't worry about how I have that extension cord going through there either. You're like, well, how'd you get the big end through there? You don't worry about that. So anyway, so the subwoofer rewired going through the wall down into the basement, and I'll show you where that goes. Or maybe I did in the previous video. I'm not sure what order these are going in. But anyway, the whole point of this, I'm going to show you something cool. This feller, you don't know what these are. I didn't know what these were. So the whole point of this is to have an amplifier, a DIY amplifier, hooked to subwoofer somewhere that you don't have a toggle switch to turn off and on every time you turn your TV on. Or you could get fancy and get one of those outlets that has like a remote, and then you can turn it on with a remote. But I didn't want to fool with multiple remotes. All I want to do is turn the TV on, that's it, and the shit works. I don't want multiple remotes every time, and I can tell you right now the wife's not putting up with it either. So anyway, these are fancy. So what you do, you plug your TV in to the control outlet, and then anything that you plug into these greens, as soon as this has power drawn from it, meaning you just clicked your TV on, all of these are now getting power. So as soon as I turn my TV on, it shoots power into this cord, goes into the basement where I have the amp set up. The amp automatically turns on. I don't have to, fiddle with switches, plug it in, hit an extra power button. I don't have to do shit. And as soon as I turn the TV off, this loses power and it shuts off downstairs, guaranteed. It's pretty freaking awesome. It's got 6 switched outlets. It's got 3 always on outlets, and then your 1 control. I've seen some of them that have like all controls here and then all switched over here. Those are kind of cool too. Tried to order one and China wouldn't ship it. China did ship this, and this thing's massive. I don't care, and it's ugly, but I don't care because that's fucking awesome. Show you some more carnage we have downstairs, or maybe I did already. Anyway, we're downstairs, and you can see here I've made custom boxes in the joists of the ceiling. You can see how massive these are. They're 15-inch kicker solo barrack. Don't you worry, because I got 2 of them. Don't worry about all this hobble gobble wire garbage. This is all getting fixed. This is all just a temporary install. You walk around this crap, show you a little better. So both boxes reported. They're tuned to about 38 hertz, roundabout. Both of them are the same. And this is something you can easily do yourself. And I'd say your biggest cost is going to be the wood. Whether you go with Baltic birch or MDF, either way, it's expensive. There's my extension cord runs up through. We won't worry about how I got that fat end through that hole. Just don't worry about it. Anyway, you come over here. This is my kind of custom made amp box. Try to show you here. Yeah, I stuck a piece of felt to the exhaust because it was noisy, and I was trying to quiet it down because I really wanted this upstairs so that I didn't have to hobble cobble the extension cord up through the ceiling. Don't worry about that. Anyway, wife didn't like it, so now it's downstairs, and now there's glue all around this because I just pulled it back off so it could breathe. So as you saw through that picture, it's literally just a car amplifier and the PC power supply. That's all it is. You've got your in and out, just like a car amplifier would have. I've already got instead of using a RCA converter box, all you got to do is grab some RCAs and cut the ends and just wire them in. You don't got to get fancy with that. So you don't got to spend the money, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to. Just be ghetto, don't spend the money, and it's done, and it works. And it works. Is it safe? I don't know. It's in my house, not yours. Don't worry about it. So yeah, doing a sound test on these is kind of pointless because you're not gonna hear it through your headset or whatever your speakers you're listening through. It's just gonna sound like noise. But I promise you, with maybe 100 watts coming out of that amp, this is more than enough to shake your house just like a movie theater. I have both of these mounted. This one's mounted right in front of the TV, and that one's mounted right under the couch. Oh yeah, she gets it. She gets her. Chee! Basically letting you know, this system is for the poor folk that don't want to spend thousands of dollars on audio and video equipment, let alone, if you don't know what you're doing, have somebody install it and then you're paying for that. Technically, I've got all of this done basically for free because I already had all of this junk. But say you had to buy the speakers, you had to buy the sound bar, you had to buy that, you had to buy wiring, you had to buy all the shit. You can get away with this for under 400 bucks. Literally way under that. So yeah, and you're not going to get this kind of output for 400 bucks through any kind of audio visual company, through any kind of soundbar you can buy. I guarantee it. Guarantee it.